Hi everybody. I know it's been a long time since I made a video, but I was having computer issues and I wasn't able to make them. So I'm back and the goal is to make them every Tuesday for Type 1 Tuesday. And I know I might run out of ideas or things that may even be kind of interesting to you. So if you have any questions, thoughts, ideas on things that you want to hear about or any ideas that you want me to talk about, just type it down below and I will make videos on whatever you guys would like to see. So this one I'm going to do today is about, if you haven't watched the other videos, I found out that I was type 1 diabetic at age of 37. I have two older children, 19 and 13, and a husband at home. So it's new for me and it's really new for them and new for everyone around me, especially because we don't know anyone who's a type 1 diabetic. Never knew anyone, no one in my family, no friends, nothing. So it's like a whole new world that we're all learning, and it's been a little over a year now, and things that I thought were like already handled or dealt with aren't even close, and I know I'm probably never gonna learn all the things about it or my family. But the one thing I notice is you do have the mood swings, and I pretty much try and keep my blood sugar levels level. However, if you know anything about this disease, you can try all you want and it's not always going to stay level. So I do get the ups and downs mood-wise, and that was my discussion for today. That it's new for me and new for my family and new for my friends. So I noticed that when my moods do kind of change, sometimes I notice like, whoa, you're getting a little crazy. Like I'll say something, and I'm like thinking to myself, my sugar's messed up, or am I just being a bitch today? So that's one big thing I notice, and then I'm like, oh crap, I better go check my blood sugars, and then they'll either be like really high or dropping low. And then what bothers me is, I'll say something to my husband, like I'll snap at him. It's usually like I'm snapping because it's not that I'm being a bitch. It's being, I'm irritated really easily. Like the one day I was at the grocery store with my daughter, just picked her up from school and we had to go to the grocery store. And she was like, on her phone and trying to show me the videos. And I'm like, oh my God, I just want to look for what I need. And she was like, Ma, I just want to show you this, blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, you're really driving me crazy right now. And at the moment I thought, okay, she just wants to show me something. It's really not that bad. Why are you acting like that? So I immediately got my meter out and tested my blood. And sure enough, I was, on the lower side. And that's what was causing my irritation. So most of the time, that's what I feel like. I feel like my skin's crawling. Like everything's like, oh, stop talking. Just stop talking. So I'll snap. But what ends up happening is I'll snap. And then my husband will like, whoa, why are you being a bitch? Or snap back. And then right away I think to myself, oh my God, it's my sugars. And I hate the fact that I'm constantly, like have to explain to them like, sorry, I snapped, and then it pisses me off when other people, just assume I'm being a bitch, but I'm not being a bitch because it's the sugars. But how do you explain that? And then because they've already snapped back and you're like, whoa, 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 it's my sugars. Then I feel like I'm a goofball because, oh, Julie's sugars are off again. She's acting like a whack job. And no, it's not that. It's just you can't control it sometimes. And that's, to me, what I think is one of the hardest things with this disease when you find out you're an adult, because you weren't always like that. And the people around you don't know that it could be your sugars. Right away, they think you're just being an ass. And it's not. It's your sugars. And they don't think that right away. And I don't think it right away either. So that's the hard part for me, because I'm like, okay, first of all, I don't want to be that one, that you go out with a group of friends and they're like, when's she going to snap? Is she going to lose her mind? I don't want to be that one. I wasn't that one. I was always, more level-headed, not always, but most of the time. But I don't want to have that stigma around where it's like, oh God, watch her, is she gonna freak out or something? And that puts stress on me just because I don't like that part. And I don't like the part where I feel like, I've kind of told my husband and my kids that if I am seeming to be irritated or I'm snapping at you and I don't notice it, ask me to text my sugars. But then that annoys me. Like my husband, like, did you check your sugars? And I'm like, maybe I'm just irritated. Maybe you just pissed me off. But then again, maybe it's my sugars. So that's one issue that I think is a big one, because when it's new and you've only had it for like a year and a half to 2 years and no one around you has had it or had to deal with you like that, that causes stress and, makes you feel a little weird that I'm really not crazy, I swear. And I don't want to have that stigma around me. And I don't know, I guess it's something that you have to just learn to adjust to. Everyone around you has to learn to it. And I myself have to learn to it so that, I'm always on guard anyway. Well, what's my sugars? What am I doing? Like right now, before I was going to make this video, I was going to test my blood sugar. And I'm up here at my meters downstairs. So, but I'm not freaking out. I'm good. But it's a big thing for me. And I want to make sure that I don't skits out on everyone that loves me and takes care of me and wants to be around me. But I guess that's just all part of this disease and, what we have to learn to deal with it. But for the most part, I would say, if you're newly diagnosed and no one else around you really knows about it, that's the one thing. Just say, like, look, if you notice that I'm being irritated over little things that really wouldn't normally irritate me, then just kind of be like, hey, did you test your blood sugar? But don't be like, did you test your sugars? Like, if people are on medication, like, did you take your pills? Did you do that today? That's like the worst thing you could possibly say. So that's my spiel for today. But I have been making new jewelry. These are the new ones that are, I took all the lines off the reservoirs and I've made with vinyl. Like this one has the little type 1 diabetes circle on it. And then there's an awareness ribbon on it. But I can make them plain also without the things, and I can make them with initials on it. Anything you can think of I can make with them, or any color beads inside. So that's the jewelry. And you can find them at Facebook at www.facebook.com/shopjuliebaby.com. I'll have all the links down below because I'm also on Etsy and Twitter. So follow me, and if you like me, subscribe to me. And also, like I said, mention any ideas you have for things that you think would be interesting for me to talk about, or, anything that I've learned or whatever. Like I said, I'm new at this, but I'm just out here to help other adult type 1 diabetics like myself that have really no one else around to talk to about it, or to even know things that happen, or we can share, hey, have you ever had this? Have you ever tried that? Because I need that. And when I searched online, I didn't find anything about adults. It was all about teenagers and children, which there should be, but there should also be things for adults also.